All right. Well, hello everybody, and welcome to Game 2 of Season 5 of the Waves King of the Hill Tournament. I am David Y. Stevenson, and with me today we have Also Nothing. How's it going, Also Nothing?
A little rainy.
It's thundering at our location. It's not really joking around.
It was a pretty impressive clap.
We are on the third floor, so we won't die.
Yeah.
All right. So, Gyrocopter first ban. Obviously a very standard meta ban. Kind of the hero of the patch, at least so far.
Wait, metamorphosis or meta
No.
Dota meta?
Meta Dota meta.
Okay.
Not the metamorphosis Dota meta, but the Dota meta that's not metamorphosis.
Right.
Storm Spirit is also banned by 2-on-1, which I think is a good thing. Just good. It's just good.
Nobody wants to play against the Storm Spirit.
I just hate him so much.
Dreadful.
Okay. Drow ban out from True. I'm not totally sure what that's targeting, but perhaps he thinks that it's just because Storm's a very strong counter to Drow, which of course he is. Great gap closer. And then Undying, of course, probably the other sort of meta hero of the patch so far. Any thoughts on these initial bans, Libby, other than yay, ding dong, Storm Spirit? I hate Storm Spirit so much. I really do. Queen of Panicking, that's the same first pick we saw come out from True during the last game. Actually played by Joel in the safe lane, but definitely very strong in this patch. I do not know why she was not nerfed much more significantly than she was.
I know.
Why?
It's because Valve wants to keep having the busty bikini lady in as many games as possible.
You know, she's not... I mean, I'm not sure really if I'm digging myself a deeper hole or not, but she's not that attractive. I mean, other than just being overtly sexual.
That butt, though.
It's pretty good. Let's not get into this.
Sometimes, okay.
Oh, you can share your thoughts, please.
Some people think Queen of Pain has a nice butt, and also that it should not be in a game that 13-year-olds play.
Are both of those shots, both of those people you?
I mean, she's a cartoon.
Okay.
I have a pretty strong reaction to it's a cartoon. It's not attractive.
Rubik pick up here from 2-on-1. That's I'm guessing to some extent a block pick for Meta, who is, oh sorry, pick for Meta, who is known to love him some Rubik, and Skywrath pick up, which was strongly in consideration for the last game, but another pretty strong meta support, very good against Queen on Pain with an instant silence. What do you think maybe you see coming out here for the Radiant next, Libby?
I'm not sure, but I have noticed a lot.
Oh, it's Spirit
no
Breaker.
Surprise. No
Grumble
surprise.
was denied last game, and after many tears, he's quite mad at you, by the way. I told him that it was your idea.
I'm informed that he has a very fancy new hat for Spirit Breaker.
The Immortal.
From the Immortal Instrument. No, that's something else.
Instrument?
Sorry. There's a book series called The Mortal Instruments, but it is not one of those.
Okay.
It just makes Spirit Breaker's charge all sparkly.
Alright, so Centaur ban out for the Radiant, and then of course the Meepo ban targeted at Joel and True, who are well known for their Meepo play. So nothing too crazy so far, except perhaps the Spirit Breaker, which is always good. It's always good to be casting a Spirit Breaker game, because you can pretty much just follow the Spirit Breaker around, and you'll be fine.
That's where the fights will happen.
Bristleback is definitely a hero that's been growing in prominence, I would say, recently in the meta, and so it's not surprised to see him banned out here by True. Not particularly strong against Queen or Spirit Breaker, so perhaps tells more about their next pick. Any guesses on what Dire might want to ban next? Libby? Also nothing?
Nope.
Nope? Okay, that's a nope. Alright. Yeah, I mean, Spirit Breaker can be played as support or offlane, although I would guess it'll be played as an offlane here. And this is Silencer ban out. I'm surprised that's not maybe more of a pick consideration. It's not particularly strong against Rubik or Skywrath. Of course, both are casters, so certainly I can understand it. But that's an interesting ban. Did not see that coming. Pretty strong against Queen of Pain, of course. Prevents that blink or the use of the ult in fights.
Yep. Although I have very strong feelings about the use of Silencer's ult followed by Queen of Pain's ult. Same team. If I can't hear anything, how is she hurting me with her sound?
Silencer's ult prevents you from talking. It doesn't prevent you from being able to hear anything.
But no, if you're on the opposing team, it mutes all sound. Or do I just have a broken game?
No, you're right. You're right.
Yeah. Like,
but I do not think it
never
necessarily
hear
means that your
paintball.
hero can't hear anything. I'm not that you can. I don't think you can attach legal significance to that.
Okay.
Release mechanical
Ooh.
significance.
Radiant team pick.
Beastmaster pickup. Definitely someone that's played a lot. Not so much maybe at this skill level, but definitely play a lot at the pro level. So it'll be interesting to see who's playing that and in what role. Can really do a lot of different things. Not a lot of synergy, of course, yet so far. Beastmaster is probably what most well known from a synergistic point of view with his aura. Not, and of course, Rubric and Scare Rage are not really bringing a lot of right click or minions or anything to the table. But what I do like here is the Beastmaster Roar has great synergy with the Skywrath Mage ult because it stuns one person and then moves everyone else out of the way, which is what you want to do for Skywrath Mage. Of course, you don't want to group everybody out, group everybody together and distribute the damage. You want to focus it on one person. So
You know what I'm seeing?
What's
I'm
that?
seeing Rubik cliffing people, and then the Hawk going and giving vision. So
Ah.
you don't have to ward when you don't maybe don't want to ward.
So, as ridiculous as it sounds, I would totally believe that this is considering that it's meta playing the Rubik, that is a draft entirely focused around cliffing people. So
Yep.
that's
Yep.
that I like it. Dragon Knight, of course, one of the most prominent heroes. Dragon Knight is white.
Yeah, sometimes he looks white, and sometimes he looks tanner.
Yeah,
So
he
I'm not
looks
really
distinctly
sure.
Caucasian at the moment.
He
I did not know
does
that.
In this version of his
Uh-huh.
icon.
Yeah.
But in other ones, I guess he's just more shadowed.
Yeah, I had thought I'd always seen him as being much darker skinned.
Yeah.
Kind of makes him less cool. I don't know. It doesn't. I don't know.
Where
Def-
are the non-Euro Asian heroes?
Yeah, I thought he was a distinctly non-Euro. Well said. So that's disappointing.
So, bunch of white guys on Wave Rookies, bunch of colorful people on the Wave International so far.
That's sure. I'm not gonna.
Blue and purple.
I'm not gonna get involved in this
Okay.
discussion. All right. So yeah, Dragon Knight has a pretty sweet helmet. I think that needs to be mentioned while we can.
Whatever.
Okay.
Whatever.
All right. Also, I know he's got pads, but his shoulders just look impossibly large at this angle.
Why do his clothes come back after he's done being a dragon?
His clothes are magic.
Okay.
That's why they just get extra armor from his passive. Good talk. So Slark is picked up for Wave International. That's I hear this been played a little bit more recently. Has okay synergy with the Dazzle, and maybe some with the Queen of Pain. There's no one that really is going to be able to blink out of the Slark leash, so I think it's a pretty good pick here. I like it a lot. Can be punished the Beastmaster when he is split pushing, as he is wont to do. Decent against.
Very tempting pickoff.
Yeah, good pickoffs, pretty decent. I mean, he's got it's a pretty stun heavy lineup, all things considered, from the Dire, and so Dark Pack can be nice. So I like this. It certainly makes sense. I wouldn't mind them picking up maybe a support with a reliable stun as the last pick for Radiant, just to help set up kills, in the tri-lane and whatnot. And they don't really, like I said, they're not a very elusive draft on Dire, so that's not really as necessary. They have a lot of pickoffs, but the Dire has a pretty good 5-man, and so I hope that the Dire decides to group together relatively early here and force towers with their pretty solid, 5-man push. I would like to see maybe some AOE coming out here. I don't know if they're going to be doing, if they're going to put Beastmaster mid or off lane here, but probably Beastmaster off lane with Dragon Knight mid, which means they need a position one with that can group up and push relatively early, has some team fight. Medusa would have been a great pick for them, so I definitely like that ban. Any thoughts on the right pick here for the Dire, Libby?
5 seconds remaining.
Well, no Centaur.
Reserve time.
No thoughts.
Okay, all right. Could go with maybe someone like a Faithless Void. Could go with someone maybe like a Luna, even. I could see, any of those. Kind of the 6.7, 6.79, or 6.78 carries. Well, not 6.79 carries. I think would be good. This is a very.
That would be with Beastmaster mid.
Sorry?
That would be with Beastmaster mid.
No, with Dragon Knight mid and Beastmaster off lane.
And Luna where?
Safe lane?
Oh, okay, right.
As opposed to.
I just had it in my head that you were suggesting Luna go mid against the Queen of Pain, and I
Nope.
was like, that
No, I was not.
would be hilarious.
That would be a little rough. A little rough for Luna.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think either of those could work out well. But it'd be very interesting to see what 2-on-1 choose to do here. But it seems like he has a very 5-man oriented lineup. And he's going to need someone that's going to scale relatively well. I think Faceless could be great. But he's not been played as much recently.
Luna?
Goes with Lena. Okay. All right. Either of those are decent picks. See, I got this. I should cast Dota sometime.
Yep. Although Luna's ult, very easy for Dazzle to get a grave on someone before it does fatal damage.
True.
Or to heal up during it.
That okay. A fair point. I hope 2-on-1 is communicating to his team heavily. We should be grouping up. We should be pushing because they have a great 5-man lineup, and there's not really a lot of counter push aside from maybe the Queen of Pain. And the Dazzle's okay. So the Radiant needs another safe lane support. I'm sorry, probably another support here. Maybe someone with a reliable stun. Like I said, counter push is definitely something that I see them maybe being concerned about. Should I ask if you have any thoughts, Libby, or should I not?
Lean is always good for counter push.
True. Not very reliable in the stun department, but that could be good. That could definitely be good. I could see Venge working well for them. Crystal Maiden was played pretty...
Well, I don't think that Wave of Terror pulls creeps out the tower.
True, but it would... that's true. That's true.
He has a relatively short range, so if you want to get people off the tower, a bit risky to use Venge for.
You know, Wave, even if it's not for pulling creeps off the tower, ooh, they go for the Leshrac. So they're going to be... Oh, so it's going to be core Leshrac, and it will be a support Spirit Breaker, most likely. I'm pretty sure that's what's happening here.
I believe Grumbleduke will be quite happy to spend the entire game not in lane, hopping around.
Well, Grumbleduke actually quite prefers the offlane Spirit Breaker.
Showing off his new fancy.
So let's begin the game with what really matters here. Checking out Grumble's oh so hot immortal treasure here. I can't do spectator mode. I can't do spectator mode. I can't do spectator mode.
I don't know what your problem is.
Okay. What? Okay, I'll have to look into that.
I can do spectator mode. I mean, Dazzle's in the way.
I'm gonna.
There he is.
This is very important to get Grumble here on the spectator mode. So.
I don't think it's that great. Ah!
Okay, there we go. There we go. There he is, boys. It's that same war treasure everyone else has. But good job, Grumble. Okay, so Libby, would you like to introduce one of our teams?
Sure. Let me pull him up. Okay, so since we just talked about Grumble so much, I'll hop over. We have a 2-on-1 playing the Rubik. Safe lane Luna, one assumes, being played by iRock. He does rock. I'm not totally sure who's on Dragon Knight playing.
That's Cenarius. Cenarius.
Oh, is he one of those people who changes his name all the time?
Yes, indeed.
And then Dust on the Beastmaster.
Excellent. And then playing here on the Dire, although Queen of Pain I think was trying to deny that rune, we have True playing Leshrac in the mid lane. Grumbleduke is starting out, I think, as supporting on the top lane on the Spirit Breaker. Also playing support is going to be Haloon here as Dwan Jig on the Dazzle. The safe lane Slark will be played by a man with no name. Oh, it's by Beautiful, aka Hard, whose name does not show up appropriately with those weird fonts for me. And then rounding it out on the offlane in the carry position is going to be Joel, aka Logic, aka like 5 other names, on the Queen of Pain. So what do you think about these dual lane choices here coming out from the Radiant?
I definitely like the Dazzle Slark combo. Slark can use the healiness. But up against the solo.
Ooh, Death definitely could have been pounced there, but they didn't go for it. Sorry, continue.
With once let's see. Yeah, Dazzle's leveling up the poison touch, so hoping to more of the ouchie guy in lane is, I believe, what we call him. And then, you know, Queen of Pain and Spirit Breaker. That's fine. I don't see amazing synergy there, but
Dragon Knight's off to a very strong start here against the Leshrac. Checking out the last hits. 7-1, but a little bit slight lead on the net worth advantage. Top, they're going in, but bottom gets the kill. Joel is very low, should have the last hit, so they do manage to get the first blood on bottom on the Beastmaster, but Queen of Pain does die. They're still fighting up top. Grumbleduke's kind of on the wrong side of things, but he's got a lot of health. He's so tanky at level 1. There's the stun coming out from the Luna, but of course Grumbleduke cannot be slowed during his charge, so probably should have come up with a charge there to lock him down. Oh, a little bit of synergy here, charging mid, 2-on-1, TP's middle. Here comes TRUEoGod pushing him back a little bit. Cenarius is still very low, but does have the brief fire. He's going to lift him back and pull him back, throw out a Fade Bolt, but no real damage here.
Half-hearted towards the ends.
Grumbleduke does grab a Haste Brute and is going to run back to base with his boots. So a 2-for-1 trade. Somehow, who was the second person that died?
I missed that. Who died?
2-on-1 died. I missed that too, but okay. iRock really trying to man up here on this Queen of Pain, but that dagger, it hurts. So the lanes are back into things. So let's just take a quick look at the net worth here and the XP. About a 600. Okay, charge mid here for Cenarius. He's quite low health, should fall, and the Leshrac stun does land. Grumbleduke doing Grumbleduke things.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Looking down here on bottom. Ooh.
Charge on the Rubik, maybe? Yep.
He'll just pull back.
And then walking away.
Leshrac is now farming very well with that. That kill really, of course, makes a big difference here. 19-3 to 13-2. Has his bottle as well as an old talisman. Dragon Knight has just a bottle. Grumble was really chasing that courier, and he's going to charge in here. Not totally sure. It's on the Luna, and she's very low health. She will almost certainly die here. The charge gets canceled, but Joel will still just be able to kill this Luna. If there's no harassment or support, it's both very busy with Grumbleduke, and that's another kill for the Radiant. And then Queen has the Salve, so she'll be back to full health very quickly. That was a very bold move from Luna to just try to man up on that Queen of Pain with the supports knowing busy with that Spirit Breaker.
Well, they do have almost equal damage outputs right now. I didn't see what levels or how high their health was to start with, but...
Joel blinks away again. iRock wants this kill, throws out a Lunar Beam, has another, but it's going to be too late, and that's more, kind of wasted mana, and 2-on-1's low again. It seems like they're trying to kill this Queen of Pain without the sufficient lockdown. Rubik used the telekinesis, but after that, there's just not that much to be done. And Skyrath really needs to be having his silence available.
Buying clarities.
Buying clarities are good. Dire has all three heroes kind of bottled up in lane here, partially because they're afraid of this very aggressive dual lane here, which has been getting kills. Did Dust just die? Yes, he did. I missed that during the fight. Dust died again to that dual lane bottom. Dust hasn't been playing a lot of Dota recently, so he's probably definitely feeling out of practice. Has a soul ring, but no boots yet. Beastmaster, not the easiest hero.
Are the pig and the pigeon in the Words of Purian Flax up right now? Are they floating around?
Pig and the boar and the hawk.
Yeah.
I know they are not. They are not up. And he's just kind of using these axes, pushing out the lane, making it easier for Slark to farm. Dazzle is here middle. I think they're going to be trying to go on Dragon Knight as his charge is getting ready to come in. They do dive him. He throws out his ult. But it's just too much damage, too much lockdown. Dazzle manages to grave himself. They pull off the tower aggro, and that's DK down and his ult down as well.
Bad dudes, middle tower, everyone, go now!
It is a hard knock life.
Walk back with his Fengos, hoping they will see him through.
Oh, quick stun on meta as he TP's in. And from Leshrac, he does manage to get silenced, but finishes him off with the right click. iTRUEoGod is 2-0 in this mid lane. There's only one death on this Dire, 7-1. So far, so good. Libby, what can the Dire do to try to pull this together?
I'd say you need to switch up the lanes.
Okay.
Because everyone up top is squishy.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I mean, Dust hasn't been faring too well either, so I'm not sure how you change him up. Possibly send a support down to him. Hope that you can have just fewer deaths up top and protect him down bottom.
Ooh, True denies the rune and kills the Hawk. Cheeky play. Kind of a more quiet moment here. Things settling down a little bit, which I guess is good for the Dire. But Dragon Knight still has basically no farm, despite last hitting fairly well. True has an old talisman and a full magic on, but he already has almost 2k gold saved up. Any thoughts on what his first item is going to be, Libby?
Leshrac? I have no idea what Leshrac does ever in his life.
Okay. I hope it's the Octarine Core. I really do.
Because it's a sexy new item?
And because it has excellent synergy with Leshrac in a lot of ways. But the Bloodstone has still been more common. I've been kind of surprised at Leshrac. Well, it looks like we see a fight potentially up top. No. The aggression is reverted. Luna is really struggling in this lane. 21 to 20 against this Queen of Pain. Slark Slark with 36 last hits. I'm surprised Slark hasn't gotten better farm. He's basically been uncontested for most of the game, but still doing, fairly well. Has, basically an Aquila almost done, and along with a full magic wand. Treads are in there along with an Orb of Venom, so he's doing just fine.
Getting a lot of those early sustaining items.
Yeah, I agree. Well, I'm sorry. I think we're seeing a dive up top here. True is pulling the creep wave. Grumbleduke is there, but like this tri lane is just so afraid.
They probably know Leshrac's there.
Oh, absolutely.
Hopefully
Luna's still trying to find her level 6. Looks like they're setting up for a dive here. There's a TP in. Irok's going to get charged. They do manage to silence the Queen of Pain, but I don't know if they're going to have enough damage. There's going to be a triple Kira up top. 3 dead. And iTRUEoGod will just TP out. They knew that was coming for so long, and they just really did not seem to be able to do anything about it. Maybe should have seen another TP coming in as they knew the dive was coming. Grumbleduke picks up his power treads.
Yeah, a Dazzle heal, I don't even think that would have turned the tide. Maybe Luna could have gotten away, but they were really going after her.
Dazzle's also on the other team, which has made that difficult.
Oh, hey, yeah. What? He's doing a funky dance right now.
Dazzle?
Yeah, starting to attack and then canceling.
Oh.
Get a nice squish, squish, squish.
Looks like they're going to set to try to start pushing in this bottom lane. Beastmaster throwing out some pings, but none of the lanes really holding for the Dire here. It seems very tough for them.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Oh man, this is totally harshing my mellow.
Probably not.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Oh, quick pause out from Grumbleduke. Just check on the stream real quick.
Queen is on the phone.
Okay. No, phone is on Queen.
Phone is on Queen. Help, I'm on fire! Well, technically the fire is on you.
Okay, alright. I already did the joke.
I thought
It wasn't good
maybe
when I did it.
I have Queen on the phone.
Yeah.
It's like, why are you guys calling each other on the phone? You're in TeamSpeak.
You're in TeamSpeak, guys. This is
Wait. I mean, hold the phone with one hand. I can play Dota with one hand.
fight here on this top rune. True managed to get an invis rune. I think he's going to escape, although this last little bit from Leshrac may be enough to take him out. It's not.
Oh.
That sucks. Less than 30 health, and he's going to get away. That is unfortunate. And another kill on Beastmaster bottom. Dust is struggling against this dueling.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Grumbleduke is charging the Rubik. They have vision of him. True God's very low, but he's greedy. He wants it. Oh, good lift from Rubik to pull it back.
Tower is under attack. Can we pause, please? I'm terrified beyond the capacity.
Leshrak's invis almost out. He needs to get somewhere safe.
He's fine.
Okay.
Dire's
Bottle up here.
tower is under attack.
And it looks like bottom will fall relatively soon. Dazzle healing up that creep wave, keeping it pushed in. Although here comes DK. He's just going to grab this bounty rune. And it looks like they're going to just let bottom go. They do throw the fort out. No, don't deny the siege creep. Oh. But Luna is killed on top. Gotta remember to just follow the Spirit Breaker. He has another charge available. Could go for this Metamorphosis, and he does.
Dazzle's in trouble down bottom, maybe. Nope. Rubik TP'd, he backed off, then decided to re-engage.
Beastmaster does not have his ult, and so Rubik is just gonna die. And now he's gonna probably just dive dust here. Has a pounce in 5 seconds, but he's gonna use his ult. Dazzle ults himself. It's going to be hard for him to get away.
He graves himself.
Yeah, thank you.
He also ults himself, but that did not help against the magic damage of Losing Beam.
Hashtag magic damage. Looks like Dire's going to take top, so that is now 2 tier 1s down. To lose top, so 2 tier 1s down for the Radiant or the Dire.
Does armor protect against magic damage?
Sometimes in pubs, people ask questions that are not encouraging. That are like, oh boy.
Luna just has her treads constantly on strength.
That's certainly not uncommon.
Like, even when she's gonna go push the lane out, not getting the damage advantage by switching over.
Libby's calling her out. Queen of Pains is going to go in here in a second once Spirit Breaker actually arrives to finish off this Luna. They do manage to take middle. Yep, and here comes Spirit Breaker, still charging on this Luna. Did not need his ult there, but wanted just to really punctuate the kill. Grumble throws out a ward. He's going to get stunned by Dragonite. He does have a charge available.